Hopefully we could do this and be a weekly thing every week. This is kind of a takeoff of some of the older people here. I know. The old coaches shows used to have on WJMA in Orange. They used to have the Mark Mooney show, Paul Sizemore show, the Eddie Dean show. It was 3 nights a week, I believe. And as a kid growing up, I'll never forget that. Pat Watson, she's going to do her picks and everything. It was a lot of fun to listen to. Everybody around the area was
Got
really
the
excited about
peppers,
that.
chips. Honey. Did you want ranch? No. Okay.
You have peppers right here. Sweet tea for you, right?
So I'd like to introduce Coach Larry Helmick. Larry, been here for 4 years now.
It's my 4th year.
Tell us about everything started out when you first came in.
So I started out playing here. I played here from 2002 to 2006. And then I played my freshman year at Bridgewater College. I broke my femur my junior year of high school. So once I got to Bridgewater, I kind of realized that I wasn't quite the player I thought I was. So I ended up taking the rest of my time off. I graduated from there with a business degree and came back and coached for Stewart. I was JV head coach and offensive line coach from 2011 to 2015.
You and Mooney, Coach JV?
Yeah, me and Mooney started out coaching JV, and then it was me and Brandon. It's surreal to come back. And then obviously I went to Eastern View for 5 years, and then I came back as the head coach in 2020. When I took over in 2020 with COVID, it was, they ended the season the year before with 13 kids. I think we had 23 or 24 kids in the program my first year, so it's definitely been a proud moment of where we are building to and where we're at, but we're not really where we want to be. I have a great coaching staff, I have great kids, great athletic trainer, great manager, so everything, the community, everything around me has kind of set me up for success.
Tell us about that first year coaching.
That's pretty rough. There was a lot of evenings going home that spring wondering if I made the right decision. I was 49-1 in the regular season at Eastern View. I could have easily stayed there and won a lot of games. But it meant more to me to come back here and try to rebuild a program that I genuinely love and care about. Because it was in shambles.
Well, for everybody that doesn't know, it was during the COVID year.
Yeah.
And that was when we played spring football.
Yeah, we had 6 games in the spring, and it was rough. It was a lot of learning and growing pains in that first season.
Yeah, you guys come a long way since then.
We still got a long way to go, but I'm very proud of where these guys have come to and how hard they work. It's been awesome to see.
So tell us about your coaching staff.
So, got a long list of coaches. Brandon Newts is my offensive coordinator.
Brandon's here. Everybody give it to Brandon.
He was my assistant coach when I was JV coach in Madison, and then when I went to Eastern View, he actually went to Culpeper, where he was the defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator, different times, and then he was interim head coach for a year. So when I got the job, I actually asked him to come be my DC, and he told me no. Yeah. And then about a week later, he calls me. He's like, "I lied. I'm coming back." So that's been huge for us. We've had a good relationship. We fight like brothers. We argue, and then we love each other at the end of the day. And we get a lot accomplished. Then you have Dylan Berry and Chase Berry who are helping out on the O-line. I coached both of them when they were young and in high school, actually, which that's pretty cool, full circle. You have Michael Foster.
He's also here.
Tommy Frazier, Adam Jimerson, and we all played together. We played under Coach Mooney Frazier. He's I can't say enough about him. Then you have Paul Porter, who played in the mid-90s, was Madison great. You have Kevin Cottom. He's actually the only one that did not play in Madison. He played in Culpeper and Liberty. and they are the JV coaches. And then you have Drew Eames, who played for Madison in the state championship in '99. Gabe Woodward, another one I also coached. He helps with JV and varsity. And then Freddie Harris, another great that came back. He spent 12 years as Liberty Bealeton's defense coordinator. So excited to have him back. It's been great to have him. He's got a wealth of knowledge. But I have a really good crew around me, and then you can't say enough about our athletic trainer. She's one that keeps us going, keeps us healthy, keeps us on the field. So I wouldn't be able to find a better one, and she's just a good person. So I'm blessed to have the staff and the people around me I do. So.
I mean, it's something unique to say that I don't think, I'm not sure what everybody else does, but they have all those coaches and all of them are from Madison.
Yeah.
Really great, and all played football under Coach Stewart or Coach Mr. Dean.
Yeah, it's actually really unique because most places, I mean, some of them have, homegrown people that were from there, but a lot of them, especially like the bigger city schools, they're just people from all over. I mean, they can be from anywhere applying. So you're putting together a random staff, which I think that's one of the hardest parts about coaching, is having a good staff around you. And I've been blessed to be around some really good staffs. When I was in Madison with Stewart and Casey Stanton and Shane Conlon and Tom Butterworth and those guys and Mooney, I was blessed to be around good people. And then I went to Eastern View, and I was terrified of change, but then I ended up over there, and that was another great family. We're a tight-knit family. We talk all the time. And so I've been really blessed, and when you get here, the same thing happens. So it's been a great coaching career so far.
Yeah, that's really great. And it's, I think the community's really behind it for doing it. Let's talk about last week's game.
I got the big win over Monroe. I was proud of our kids and the way we responded after a tough loss to Buckingham. I got a lot of respect for Mitchell. They're young and they're up and coming, but I was happy with how well we played offensively in the first half. We're a bend but don't break defense. I was pretty pleased with how we played defensively as well. And second half, I felt like we could have played a little better, but to each his own.
It's Madison forever has been, I think more than 30 years in a row with beat Green.
Yeah.
It was back and forth, been for a long time, longest time that Green beat us for several years. Now it's flips back over to us now. It's saying something. These rivalry games, I mean, it doesn't matter who's your favorite, nothing. You never take it for granted about a win.
Yeah.
Because you never know who's going to win. And I think it was a big win for you guys. Hope to build on for the rest of the season.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's always nice to meet those guys. I think before I got here, it was like 8 or 9 years in a row that they beaten us. So I think me coming back here and letting the players know what it meant to me and this rivalry and stuff really helped them understand.
So let's talk about the game a little bit more. What are some of your standouts on offense?
Aaron is throwing the ball around really well right now. The offensive line's been stellar. I don't know that he's hit the ground very much at all. I don't think we have but 1 or 2 sacks on the year, or even none. So that's pretty impressive. JB is special back there. You have weapons all over the field. You have William Dickey, Stephon Turner, Wyatt Tompkins. I mean, they're everywhere. Aiden Foster hadn't even been in the game yet this year. We have weapons everywhere. So it's been awesome that this is the first year I feel like we've really been this dynamic and explosive. I mean, I just named off 8 people that can score at any moment. So it's a blessing. And they've worked really hard to do that. I mean, Wyatt and those guys that are seniors have played within Devon and have played for me all the way through. So this is my first real group that's been with me the whole time I've been here. So they kind of saw what it was and know where they're at. So they work really hard and they're proud of what they've done. So it's a lot of fun.
I think the offense is pretty diverse and it's so new for us. You have no offense.
I love, the fact that for a high school offense, we're really balanced. We can run the ball, we can swing it around. A lot of times you don't see that in high school football, especially at our level around here, especially in our district. You're going to see power tee, wing tee, single wing, grind it out. We're able to take advantage of our weapons. So.
Madison historically over the years, I'm talking about the last 50 years, has always been a versatile offense. We can get you from scoring on passing or rushing. It's been going on for a long time. I think you guys have carried on the tradition. So how about some of the standouts on defense?
Wyatt Tompkins, he's all over the place. He had 27 tackles versus Buckingham. He had 27 tackles versus Buckingham.
Are you serious?
27. If he wasn't making the tackle, it probably wasn't going to happen.
Well, I can tell you right now, I did stats for years in Madison, and I can't never remember having anybody doing 12 tackles.
So his brother, since I've been here, his brother Morgan was the game-leading tackler. It was the Lou Ray playoff game. He had 22 or 23. So, him with 27, and that's 27 total tackles. So that's his assists and his solos. But I mean, either way, no matter how you look at it, that's impressive. He's all over the place. And then you got Davis Porter on the D line, Devon Frazier on the D line. We got weapons everywhere. I think we could get a little better defensively in the run game, but like I said, we're a bend but don't break defense this year, so we're getting better each week, and that's all I can ask them. But having Wyatt in the middle, with the Paul Hutcherson, who's another senior, and then you got Eli Meyer, who's a senior. I haven't had Aiden, my safety, all year. He's an all-region defensive back safety that's been all-region his ninth freshman and sophomore year. We haven't even had him, so I don't even know what we're totally capable of until he finally gets healthy.
So let's talk about community support for Madison football. I mean, historically, Madison has always followed football. I can remember as a kid packing up in the station wagon, and we would go to all the away games, home games. We didn't know anybody. We all went. And there was something, not no such things happened all over the county, where people was always traveled well. A lot of times that we had more, in a visiting game, we had more fans than the home team.
Yeah.
And I think, hopefully that's coming back.
Yeah, I'm starting to see that already. Like I said, we're not where we want to be, but our atmosphere is electric. It's dynamic. The hills are packed, the stands are packed. Being at home, it makes the game so exciting. Being on the road, at different schools in the district, I don't want to call anybody out, but it's just kind of, sometimes it almost feels like you're practicing or you're just at a scrimmage. Nobody there, it's kind of dark, but, I love this community, and that's a big reason why I came back. The community support's always been there. This place shuts down here. As successful as we were at my old school, the atmosphere was never what it is in Madison County. So.
Small county, but also very tight-knit county. Yeah. People look after each other, and they love their sports. I can tell you all that. So tell us something about your sponsors you have this year.
So this year's sponsors, we have two different packages. We have a Mountaineer sponsor, which is the the bigger package.
Yeah.
And with that, you get a banner at the field, you get your name in the program, you get 4 free tickets to home games, stuff like that. So there's different packages, and then I believe sponsorships a little bit less. But for our Mountaineer sponsors this year, we have K&S Porta Johns, Lights by Night, Cowan Roofing, Dotson Tree Care and Landscaping, Bear Davidson, Union Country, Virginia Realty, Wilson Well Drilling, David Kennedy, Tree and Landscaping, Jenkins Tree and Outdoor Service, Dos Amigos Landscaping, Stifle of Charlottesville, American Woodmark, Canosa Earthworks, Ace Collision Center, JSJ Contractor Specialist, the Neal family, Eco Shield, Pest Solutions, and Turner Construction. So, we've done a good job and raised money for these young men, and a lot of that's due to the community and these sponsors. And then our blue sponsors this year are the Humphrey family, Love Timing Company, Hope Inspired Therapy, Russ and Donna Tompkins, Myers family, Dotson family, Coach Union. Really, the main thing we've done is just offer these sponsorship packages and ask people for donations, and it goes a long way. It helps, buy team meals, it helps buy apparel, it helps, anything that these young men need, I can usually provide it for them, which is really nice.
Well, that's a pretty impressive list. I mean, I can remember when you first started doing that, it was nowhere near that.
Yeah, I mean, we've done a really good job with the community's help for these young men.
Okay, so now we'll go to the interviews of players.
Okay, so we got a couple players here. Our players of the week this week for the William Monroe game were our special teams player was Tylee Coates. She was 5 for 5 for extra points. She was the first ever female athlete to score a point in Madison County football history. So that's really exciting. Then we had offensive player of the week was Stephon Turner. He had 9 catches for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. Our defensive player of the week was Eli Myers with 10 tackles. And then our lineman of the week was our defensive lineman, Devon Frazier, with 8 tackles. Wyatt had a really good game, but it was quiet this week, and I think he had 8 tackles, which is really a really good night in high school football, but not the numbers he usually puts up.
Yeah.
Punt return touchdown, yeah. So he did a lot of things for us.
So I would like to now, some of the guys come up here and have a seat up here. Those of you don't know why. His father played for Madison. His grandfather played for Madison, which I remember. That's way back in the day. He was Chuck's tape, I can't really say he was a badass. I ain't gonna lie to you. And Russ volunteered for years.
Well, so is he.
No, I know. He's getting it. So, what do you think, what are your thoughts on the last game, how you did and how the team responded?
How I did was not really my best effort. I didn't feel like should have but
Scored the first touchdown from 75 yards.
that, yes, but defensive wise, it wasn't my best game, of course, but I mean, our team just held it together. They pushed it through the first half, and then, the second string and whatnot started to come in, both during the second, third, and fourth quarter, and they held their ground as well, and scored a couple touchdowns, stopped their offense. And just all around the straight.
So, next week's opponent, Fort Defiance. What do you know about them? I know you only had one day to look at tape on them, but what do you think?
They were pretty good last year. I feel like that was one of our toughest teams that we faced last year. This year, they're almost the same way. They got a good running back. They got some good weapons on defense as well. Really just an overall, just a good team that we just need to lock in and, work all week and play Friday.
So what is your goals for the season? What do you think about it? Individually and team-wise?
I want to beat my brother. That's all I want to do. Team-wise, we just want to go as far as we can. We want to eat that good.
Very good. That's good. That's a good one. So, what are some of your favorite memories from your senior year? You got, this is your last season, so what are some of your favorite memories you remember about football?
My top one is probably playing with my brother. Get to play with my brother this senior year. Playing with my boys, my best friend Aiden, my other best friend Will. Just playing with them too. It just brings a lot more fun to the game. Fun in practice. weight room, film, it's just all great.
So who is some of your biggest influence on your past success?
I want to say my brother.
And who has helped you to get where you got, where you are now?
Helmick. Yes, he's provided us with so much. He's provided us with weight room almost all year round. You know, he provides us with film. He lets us watch film, posts us up on Huddle. Yeah, really, he just provides a lot of stuff for us. Sometimes he makes my highlight reels, sends out to colleges, coaches, stuff like that.
I feel like you guys have a pretty tight group and you're talking family atmosphere. Involving, that's credit to Coach Helmick.
Yeah.
And this is my curveball question. Who is your favorite professional wrestler?
I don't really watch wrestling.
You done? You don't know what you're missing.
What do you always do on Friday night? Let me get a what?
Oh,
What's the wrestler?
Okay, so I had to ask you that. All right, so thank you for your time.
Let's do Devon now. He's a quiet one. We'll do Devon and then Aiden.
Yeah, great chairs, Mom. So, Devon Frazier, if everybody knows, this past week's birthday boy on Friday night. How did it feel to have your name announced on the loudspeaker?
I didn't really like it.
It was all right. Well, I was told to do it by somebody. I ain't gonna mention the name. So, what do you think about it? You had, how many tackles did you have this past week? 8. That's probably, is that a career high game-wise? So what do you think about the last game?
I think we did pretty good on defense. We shut them down to the second half, and they scored a lot of points. And then with the second string here, and still, they didn't score much. And I think we played it on both sides.
Tell you what, for a defensive tackle, correct?
Yeah.
He's a little undersized, but he really gets in on a lot of plays.
Yeah, he is, but his defense, a lot of us are pretty undersized. But he's one of the strongest kids in the weight room, especially his lower body. So he's worked really hard the last few years. And the thing that sets him apart on the defensive line is he's quick. His first step off the ball is unmatched.
Right. So, what do you got to say about your next opponents, Fort Defiance?
I think they're a good team from last year when we played them. They were very tough, and they were strong and physical, and they gave us a good challenge.
So, what are your goals individually and the team the rest of the year?
I would say just to do my best. This is my last year.
What's some of your favorite memories from your
Meeting green all 4 years. The bus rides, the away games, and lots of spring.
I mean, I tell you something, that's something you'll remember for the rest of your life. And it's really special. You get to do it with your friends that you actually love. So what are some of your influence on your past success you think that you've had so far?
My dad played football, and I guess I got it from him. Learning to start.
You still like it, right?
I need it.
Pick back on him, that was smart. So who has helped you get where you're at? Dad, you think there's a lot to do with it?
Yes, sir, and the coaches.
And you're a curveball question. Who's your favorite?
I don't watch wrestling.
I don't want to say. What is wrong with you,
I
man?
know John Cena, and that's it.
John Cena?
King Cena.
Yeah, it's all right. Well, cool. Well, thank you for your time. I appreciate you. I should say Coach Hughes.
All right, Aiden.
I'm a grader. So everybody, this is Aiden Foster. You're a junior this year. So tell us, well, you didn't play last game, but what are your thoughts on the game from last week?
I mean, even though I'm not out there, it's still like pretty cool to acknowledge everybody.
Yeah.
And all the fans like coming together as a community and just they're so strong.
Yeah.
And especially seeing those fireworks, I get chill bumps every time.
Really? Nothing about what the announcer says? Maybe she wants to win?
Nah.
Oh, great.
I could hear you over the fans.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
I will make sure next week that you hear me, I can tell you that. So, you studied a little bit on Fort Defiance, what are your, thoughts on that?
Their run game, well, I know one of the receivers are hurt, so they're definitely going to be pushing their run game a lot more. And number 2 looked pretty good, looked pretty quick.
Yeah.
Quarterback is also a dual threat.
Yeah.
He's nothing run the ball good.
So, what are you looking for this season here with you and the team?
Bring home the ring.
There you go. Yeah. What are some of your favorite memories from Madison football?
There's so many. Just being out there with my friends like every day.
Go ahead.
Just making memories that we'll eventually talk about when we're older.
That's right. I think a lot of that's lost sometimes. People think about stuff, that those memories you make with your teammates, something you have forever. And you got a bunch of old guys around talking about stuff when they get it. Oh, when I played. Yeah. So, who was some of your... So who was some of your... influences on your past success, you think?
Probably my parents, because they give me opportunities to go and travel to go to different colleges for camps.
Yeah.
Also Larry for also what WT said for having the weight room open and giving us speech training. That's something that coaches usually also do with pepper chips.
So, I asked you, I'm striking that, so what was your favorite?
Who's that Mexican dude with the mask?
Hey, Mysterio.
I like that call.
All right, well, thank you, appreciate it. So, next week's opponent's Fort Defiance. We get some people there, BTO.
Yeah, sure. We need some energy. They're a good football team, but so are we. So it should be another tight game, like Bucky game. So we definitely need all the fans there we can.
I know you guys really feed off the energy of the crowd.
And the announcer,
Yeah, I know he's awesome.
it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
So,
Mountaineer bird down.
Until he has open mic.
yeah,
Oh yeah, I'm like, you're on.
I'm sorry about that. Some of our future plans for Monday Night Live here at Man Peppers, and we really want to thank James Atkins and Man Peppers for hosting this. I think it's a great opportunity to expand our football program, get more interest in the community.
Yeah, I think it's really cool for the community. Maybe everybody didn't get to attend the game or doesn't really know our background or know our players. So if they are interested, it's a good way to get that information.
Well, I think what we're going to do is maybe have some alumni come and talk, interview them. Maybe some of the other sports that are interested, we'll have somebody from this in there. But I think it's really great for the community. And this is a tight-knit community. And if you're winning, they'll support you.
Yeah.
So we'll be back next Thursday, October 3rd at 7 o'clock. Somebody has to go out of town for a couple of days, but we'll be back for this. So thank you everybody for coming out, and thank you, Larry.
Thank you.